Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Justin Ford with the morning message, and today is Tuesday. And guys, I was just really reflecting on some things, rejoicing about some things. Looking at things that are going on in life, and just situations that need to be dealt with, guys. And you know what? It's awesome to just sit back and rejoice, and to just be thankful and be glad, and have an attitude of just thankfulness and gratefulness, and just know that you are going to get through whatever comes your way, because it's ultimately a choice. It's ultimately a choice how you want to deal with things and be faced with things, guys. Today's morning message is, are you a leader or are you a follower? I had some time to spend with my kids the other day. My kids are at the age, where they're in school and they're trying to fit in and trying to be cool and all of those things. I've got one daughter who's 13 in 8th grade. I got a son who's 10 in the 4th grade. And those are the ages that usually you're trying to fit in and find out who you are and things like that. And I realize that, no matter how hard you try, and no matter how good of a job that you do, to pour into your kids and teach them, about God, teach them, about being a champion, teach them, about being a leader and all of that, they're still faced with peer pressure and things at school, and man, now that I'm actually a parent, with children in that situation, sometimes I don't want to say I'm naive, but I sit back and I think, man, my kids know more than I did when I was growing up, so they're going to be okay. But yet, they're still faced with, trying to fit in and things like that at school, and a lot of times we expect our kids to know what we know, even though we tell them, even though, we share things with them. A lot of times they have to go through the process and learn it. And that sometimes is difficult. So I really challenged my kids the other day, because I'm constantly letting them know that God created them to be leaders and not followers, and to really just step up and make good decisions. Well, my wife and I had a talk with them the other day, and we challenged them, to be a follower is to follow somebody else's direction and leadership. And, not always are leaders leading in the right direction. And not always are followers following in a bad direction. So there's a balance of both. As a Christian, I'm a follower of Christ, so I follow Christ. However, I'm the leader of my home, and my wife and my kids follow my lead. So there's different places of being a leader and a follower. But when I said, are you a leader or a follower, I'm talking about, are you following what other people want you to do? Are you trying to fit in a sense, even whether you're an adult or a kid, there's peer pressure. Okay. Peer pressure is just simply pressuring you to be somebody that you're not, and causing you to want to fit in and blend in and do things to be accepted by others. Here at my office, Jeff Glover and Associates, I come in not to, be like the office or be like other people in the office. I am myself. And I am a leader, and I will stand up and lead in the direction that I'm going. Whether people follow me or not, it's not a big deal. However, when people are not confident in themselves, and people do not truly know who they are, they feel like they got to follow others and fit in. There's way more followers than there are leaders in the world, guys, because being a leader is a lonely place at times, because not everybody's up leading with you. And most people don't want to be uncomfortable. Most people want to be comfortable. So most people will, will basically blend in and fit in with their peers or their surroundings and become like them, and even, do things to fit in and be like other people. And guys, that's not, the qualities of leadership. That's actually being a follower. Now, there are, like I said, at times you're being a follower is good. On a sports team, you've got a captain, and then you've got the teammates, and the teammates, in a sense, follow the direction of the leader. That's a good thing. However, if you're not confident in who you are, and you don't know who you are, you're willing to be like other people and do what other people do so that you can fit in. And guys, I want to challenge you today to break out of that mold. Why? Because who are you at that point? Are you really being you? Are the qualities of you really showing up and shining? Or are you taking on the qualities and, the representation of other people or the clique or the group that you fit into. This is not just for kids in high school and middle school. This is for jobs. This is for church. This is for so many other, situations that most people, want to just fit in and follow. When every single one of us were created to be leaders, guys. And I want to challenge you today to analyze your life. Are there areas that you're taking on, or are there things that you're doing to fit in and blend in when you know deep down inside that it's not really who you are? Are you maybe on the wrong side of the fence when you know you're really supposed to be on the other side, because that's what you were created to do, is to be a leader, even though it may be a lonely place, even though you want to stand up for what's right, but you're afraid on what other people are going to say or think about you? Guys, you got to get to a place where you just don't care. You don't care if you get criticized. You don't care what people think. You don't care if people don't want to be your friends or talk bad about you. Guys, I just put something up on Facebook or Twitter the other day that I read in a book, and it says, if you're not being criticized, you're not doing enough. People criticize those that are advancing and taking the lead. Why? Because misery loves company. And if there's somebody within a group of people or in a school or in a company that is accelerating and leading beyond the norm, guess what, guys? Other people are going to criticize that person. Why? Because they're looking within and obviously feeling like they're not doing enough. So I want to challenge you today to be the leader that you were created to be, and not follow people just because you want to fit in. Have confidence in yourself. Break out of that mold and do something great today, guys, because you were created for greatness, and greatness is inside of you, and you were created to be a champion. Champion means creating higher achievement, motivation, purpose, innovation, and ownership necessary for success, guys. Take on that champion mentality today and make something big happen, guys. I'm going in here to make it happen today. I hope you guys have an amazing day. God bless you. And remember, be a leader and not a follower. Have a great day.